Hi everyone, Nancy here. It is November 6th, 2019, and I'm out here on the balcony, and as you can see, it is snowing. And yesterday it wasn't like this. It was very clear and much warmer. Right now it's plus, well, on the internet it said that it was +1, which in US terms that's it said 33 degrees, but just now on the TV, on the news, the lady said it was -1, which is, yeah, below zero. Oops! If you guys are seeing that the camera is moving a bit, it's because I'm kind of accidentally tapping onto the tripod. So I have to I have to open up my umbrella because it's snowing. So here's my umbrella right there. Nice and pretty and red. Okay, yes, because I don't want my camera to get wet and damaged. And it's so cozy, guys. Every time I'm out here, when I have to turn on the umbrella, when I have to open up the umbrella, it's cozy and it creates like a barrier, like a sound barrier, right? And it's I don't know, it just gets really cozy. It's like you're in a room or something. Okay, so my camera, it only has like 3 bars left because my camera, it eats up batteries really fast, so I have to keep recharging it. What's that noise? I guess they're doing some construction around here, and if I remember, I will show you the construction. Yeah. So what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? Okay, I'm going to talk about, guys, you have to get away from people who drain you, people who harm you. You know, I've made videos about that before, but yeah, like with everything that I've been going through recently, like I just wanted to make another video to just really stress, get away from people who harm you, get away from people who drain you, get away from people who are causing you so much detriment, guys. Like, detriment is high levels of harm psychologically and emotionally and spiritually. Any kind of harm. I'm not talking about physical harm. This video is not about physical harm. This video is about harm that comes in any form other than physical. But if you're in a physical relationship if you're in a relationship where you're getting physically harmed, whether you're a girl or a guy, you need to get out of there. Okay, that's the easy answer. Get out and then see how, do research to see how you can get out of there. Just get on the internet and find out how to move away from a physically abusive relationship. You have to do that. Okay, so it's so pretty out here. Wow. And look at the trees, guys. You see the trees? I was out here just last week, I think. And that tree there, this one over here, it still had leaves. And the one back over there, this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's normally a really bright red, like a dark burgundy red brick color. In my other videos, you guys will notice it. It's always right over there. Anyway, so guys, you need to do that, guys. Oh yes, and if I have enough time, I'm gonna tell you about another, I'll tell you something that happened which upset me, guys, and I have explained about this before in another video. But anyway, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's one of my neighbors yelling from I think they're yelling from their balcony. Yeah, so, and if you're wondering if I'm cold, no, I'm not cold because I'm very, very warm out here. I'm properly dressed. That's why I'm warm. And it's not that cold. But the balcony is full of slush. S for Sam, L for Larry, U for up, S for Sam, H for house. Slush. Slush is when you have something that's mushy. Okay, so yeah, the snow is melted and it's just like a ice cream. Not ice cream, but you know when ice is melting and it's in between wet and frozen. It's like an ice cream that is melting, but it has ice. Anyway, so guys, you have to get away from people who harm you. Okay, and if you don't know how, then like I said, do your research. Maybe I'll have some some links to post it for you so that you can check them out and videos or links, whatever. You just go check them out in the description box so that you will inform yourself for how to get away from people who harm you. You see, for some of you guys who do not know, I've been dealing with high levels of stress for a very long time. I'm going to have those videos posted for you too. Like, I will have the links to those videos posted for you in the description box. Yes. Yummy. Something smells good. Okay, there's somebody back inside the house cooking something really good, and I'm going to go have some after this because I'm kind of late for breakfast. It's around 9:15. So after this, I'm going to go back in there and eat because I can smell it. It's so delicious. Okay, yeah, because guys, if you're going to continue putting up with verbal abuse and emotional abuse, and because guys, sometimes abuses don't always come verbally. Sometimes you're getting a silent treatment where the person that is hurting you does not talk to you. They just ignore you. Okay, this topic is not just about like, it's not specifically about any kind of relationship. Whether you are, like, okay, for example, if you have siblings, like siblings means brothers and sisters. Okay, if you have siblings and they are being very harmful to you, that's being toxic, right? When people ignore you. If you have a siblings, a brother or a sister who is ignoring you, or if they're saying bad words to you, or if they're swearing at you, or if they're telling you that you're stupid and that you will never amount to anything, that you're ugly, and look at your body, you're so lazy, look at your ugly body, you're too big, and sometimes they make fun of you because you're too skinny, or maybe they're making fun of you because you have a disability. Because guys, there are people who make fun of other people who have physical disabilities or mental disabilities. So if you are dealing with somebody, whoever it is, could be a brother or a sister or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a parent or an uncle or a grandmother or an aunt, anybody, or a friend, a best friend, you need to do something about removing yourself from their life. And if you cannot do that right now, then you have to set boundaries. Okay, set boundaries so that you will keep them from having access to you. Like, for example, if you're living in a home where, like, the home is not yours, but the abusive people are related to the people that you're living with. Okay, so that's a different thing. If they're going to come over to your home, to the home where you're living, you don't have to associate with them. Just stay in your room or go out. Because what you want to do is create a situation where you no longer allow them to have access to you. So you have to remove yourself. If they come over to the home, leave the home and then come back when you know they've left. And if you can't go out at that moment, then stay in your room. And if you're being forced to interact with this abusive relative, then you have to put your foot down and say, look, if you're being forced to, like, the people that are telling you, no, you come out and interact with us, you have to be a part of the family, you say no because of these reasons, and you've had enough and you're not going to do it anymore, because they are affecting you terribly, and you're practically almost physically sick, because that's how bad the abuse is. So if you're dealing with, for example, if your family or relatives don't realize that this other family member or relative is harming you, then you have to speak up and tell the people that you're living with and say, look, this is what's going on. If you don't see it, that's okay, but this is happening and this is how it's affecting me, and I don't want to be in their presence anymore. If they're going to come over, I'm not going to be there. I'm either going to leave or I'm going to be in my room. But I do not want to associate with them anymore because of the harm they're causing me, and it's affecting me terribly. And guys, your family might get mad at you, but the thing is, let them get mad. They'll get over it. Because if you're going to give in to them being mad at you because you don't want to interact with these abusive family members or relatives, you're going to continue to get sick. You're going to go crazy. You really have to do something about yourself. Guys, look, we're already in November 2019 and we're going into the new year. So why don't you do something about your situation by making a decision to put an end to like the abuses as far as you can at this time, you know, so that when you go into the new year, you know, you will be like, this is me, this is the new me. I'm not going to allow people to push themselves into my life and to force me to relate to them the way they want, just because, you know, just because I'm related to them, or just because they love bothering me. You understand what I'm saying? You have to make a decision for yourself so that things will change for you for the better before you head into the new year, so that once you go into the new year, you're going to be feeling a lot stronger and more bolder about those kinds of decisions that you make. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a family member, or if you're living in a home where the people that you're living with, if they're not related to you, but they're inviting over to the home people that harm you, whether those people are related to them or if they're just friends of these people, okay, you have to also put your foot down and do the same thing. Just tell the people that you're living with, I am not going to, because of these reasons, I no longer want to allow them access to me. I'm either going to go out or I'm going to stay in my room. Okay, you tell them tell them that you're going to leave and you're going to come back when they leave, or you're just going to remain in your room. And tell them that they need to respect your wishes, because they cannot impose their will on you. Okay, guys, see, you're an adult now. So when we are adults, we have to assert our authority. Okay, we have to assert our authority. When we're children, we don't have any choice but to put up with this kind of stuff. But since we're adults, then you have to assert your authority and say no more of this, and you know, and from now on, things are changing. Let them get upset, and then you have to, like, you know, see about getting out of that home. Look, you know, find out how you can leave that home, because it's not good to continue to endure that kind of, you know, those kinds of situations, you know, because it's so, like I said, it's toxic and it's harmful for you mentally, and you're stressed out, and whatever you're going through, it's most likely affecting you at work, and maybe with your other relationships, and maybe if you volunteer, maybe it's affecting your volunteer position. Whatever you're doing in your life, the stress that you're being put through by people who are harming you is probably affecting you in other areas. Now, not everybody who gets who experiences high levels of stress take out their frustrations on their jobs or their friends or their families or their volunteer positions or anything. Like, I'm like that, right? I've never been the kind of person, no matter what I've been through, I don't take out whatever I'm going through on other things. It's never, actually one time it happened, like in the 90s, a long time ago, and then I'm like, hey, what am I doing? It happened one time and I'm like, no way. I was surprised because I was, you know, I'm not that type of person, but then one day it happened. I got mad at my friend because somebody else got me mad. I'm like, and my friend's like, Nancy, what's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? And in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I can't believe I did this. So that was the only time it happened. So, but basically, that's the type of person I am. I just don't have a desire to take out whatever I go through on other things or people or whatever, you know. That's just how I've always been. So, yeah, but if you happen to be somebody who does take out your frustrations on other things, then you have to practice not doing that, because it's not going to go well for you. It's just not. It's not going to go well for you. So I think that's my message, guys. If you know, you have to do whatever you can to get away from whatever abuses you're going through. Okay? And I hope I have enough time, but okay, maybe I'll just stop this here and then I will come back. Okay. Oops. Okay, so guys, if you saw the camera moving or like kind of shaking, that was me again, accidentally tipping the tripod with my hand as I was switching my umbrella from one hand to the other, like this. You see, like that. But I was doing this. I know it's not important, but sometimes I like to tell you guys what I do. Okay, so now I have to take off my... Okay, I have to take off my gloves, you see? Because they're kind of thick and it's hard for me to manage the camera. So maybe I'll just not stop it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna stop it here and come right back to tell you something else. Okay, I think I'll name the other video the something else I was gonna mention so that you guys will know. And it will most likely be in... You'll see it at the end of this video. Wait a few seconds and you will see the other message or whatever, the other video. Okay guys, I'll see you shortly.